I wanted to get you in the mood of the bilingual. In the mood of the bilingual, I feel like the bilingual person can do a conolingus that's better
Do you
because
think we're
you
smarter?
not smarter. We're probably more dumb because we speak more languages and we can't even speak any of them right. But
Right.
I do think that our tongue has like a more maneuvering. It has more dynamism. So you're
Do you
able
think
to.
do you think that's why girls like bilinguals better?
I think bilinguals, conolinguals is the way to go.
It is the way to go.
I want
What
to
happens if
welcome.
you speak like 7 languages?
Damn. Then you probably like 30 seconds tops. That's it. It's a little waterfall. Fucking Niagara Falls.
I'm not gonna say anything.
All right. Well, I would like to welcome you all to the Broski Diddles podcast, the best podcast in all of the land. It's your boy Kiko Flow, Kiko Cervantes, with an accent like that. And we got my boy Chef Maurice. Chef Maurice. Would you like me to introduce you in the future with like a British voice? It's Chef Maurice. Or more like French, Chef Maurice.
Let's go with English first.
Or Italian, Chef Mauricio.
You know that since my name is spelled CIO, Italians are dumb as fuck, and they're like
Whoa.
Mauricio.
They say Mauricio.
Mauricio because they're dumb as fuck.
Whoa. Whoa.
You
The
know.
good thing about this podcast is that we each have different thoughts and
Nope. Nope.
and we can still come together and do a show and talk about different things.
Nope.
All right, no, that's pretty cute. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about is you live in San Francisco, right? And beautiful city. It was one of the epicenters for the gay movement, which we support very much. And I'm proud to say that Madrid has maybe the second best pride event after San Francisco, maybe.
Have you been?
I've been like once, like partially, but it's mainly because I don't like gatherings of people, not because I'm not fond of
That's why
the
you only went partially.
yeah, I went partially.
Okay.
I
I don't know what that means.
I only went
but-
second base. No, but San Francisco, you know, has a lot of things that are beautiful. You know, you have am I right, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Golden Gate, not the Golden Gate, which is cool too. I mean, that could be
It's a bunch of golden gays in the bridge.
yeah, because they're hot.
Yeah.
They're like golden and
They
blonde.
do the golden shower there.
Golden shower. Whoa. R. Kelly's out. All right, so but San Francisco has a problem right now, and this is a problem that's everywhere in the U.S. But California is great at it because the people that manage the city are fucking retarded. So what you got is homeless people fucking up the city. And the narrative that they've been saying for so long, especially in the left-leaning medias and the legacy media, is that oh, this is because rent is too high, and these are all working mothers that can't afford the rent, so they're homeless. And like that's a very small percentage of the people that are homeless. The large majority are people that are fucked in the head and that are drug addicts. Do they need our compassion? Yes, they do. Do they need our help? Yes, they do. However, we cannot allow people to live in the streets and make the city a hazardous situation you know, medically, violently, crime wise. And the other day, I saw some guy speak, and he was giving a plan on how to fix this. And I wanted to bring this up with you to see what you have. Because they say that in California, for many years, and in many states, the left always tries to give to the homeless, like, oh, poor people, we need to help them. Let's give them things that they need. But they never require them to do anything in return. And the thing is, life is about sacrifices and about working and about doing your thing. We have to wake up in the early morning to do our job. I mean, right now you're unemployed, but and you need to wake up, and sometimes you don't want to go, and then you have to listen to a fucking boss and all this shit to pay the bills to be able to live. And that's everybody's fucking responsibility. You need to do that. That's the burden as a human that we have. So what I'm saying is, and this guy said this, and I thought it was such a good idea. We need centers, right? Places where people can live. We take them off the streets. You give them two choices. One choice is, look, you're breaking all of these laws. We're gonna take you to jail. Or you go to this shelter where there's gonna be monitoring, there's gonna be rules, and they're gonna have somebody following up with you to see how you're improving. And this is a great thing that the guy said. Like, you need to give them the carrot, but you also have the stick. So meaning you give them things, but you also need them to do things back, because that's the only way they're gonna improve their situation and get out of being homeless. So one perfect example he gave is like, look, people go into the shelter and you live amongst other people, right? Homeless people. You follow the rules. It's a decent place. It's clean. It's secure. All this stuff. Now, let's say you behave well, meaning you stop doing drugs, you pass your drug test, you start doing better. All right, you get to have now a private room, because privacy is a thing that you really want to have. It's like it's uncomfortable to live with other people in bunk beds and shit. And once they are required to do something on their side to get this room, now you're getting them in this place where you're managing incentives and they actually want to improve. You fuck up and you start doing drugs, you're still going to live in the shelter. We're not going to let you live in the street, but you're going back to the bunk beds with everyone. And it has to be a situation where when you tell them what's going to happen, the law has to be enforced. So you need to clean the streets and tell them, look, you either go to jail or you go to the center, you need to follow the rules. And I find that to be so reasonable. Like I can imagine somebody that's very compassionate being like, oh, but that's so fucked up. And it's like, how is that fucked up? Like, it's fucked up that the rest of us have to follow the rules. We're still helping them. We're still spending millions of dollars to have these centers and help them. But they need to put their part too. 100 years ago, if you were a drug addict and you had mental problems, you were killed. Or you would die of an accident. Like, people didn't give a fuck about these people. I have compassion. I give a fuck about them. But they also need to put their part. They also need to help their situation. Otherwise, you go to jail. So I heard that, and to me it makes so much sense. I wanted to hear from you. How does that sound? And how do you compare it to what you see, the permissiveness of it these days?
I think you touch on the right dot. Like you said, that how come we all have to follow rules, but they are sometimes not following the rules, and then we get to, if we follow the rules, we get to live in a house, have a car, own things, do certain stuff. And how come people who live in the streets don't always have to follow the rules? And I think that's where it has to start. Unfortunately, the city, you see a lot of money. There is a lot of money in the city, but there's the two ends of the spectrum, people with a lot of money and then people who are truly lost, like, live in the streets, live under the tent, drug usage, prostitution. So I think that everything you said, that this person came up with the idea, I think it's doable. It's doable, but, here everything's political, so the left might want to do something, but the right is gonna block it, and vice versa. I don't know. It's in a city like this, you have to keep people under their in check. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think everywhere, right? Like, that's the main thing.
Right, but in this city, you're seeing it more, or in this state.
But I think it's because, well, I don't think, this is a fact. It's because they're permissive with this. For so long, they wanted to be, like, they wanted to bat an eye because they were like, oh, fuck this. Like, let me look over here. People didn't enforce the law because they were like, it's mean to take them out of the streets. But and by the way, the guy that I saw the video from, his name is Michael Schellenberger. And the video that I saw is called Why Progressives Ruin Cities. and it's super super interesting. I really recommend you watch it because he talks about your city, and he has a book that's called San Francisco, and he talks about what's fucked up with San Francisco specifically, but this relates to all of the cities where this is happening. What's compassionate is you realizing that the people that live in the streets live in conditions that are dangerous and fucked up, and especially the women, they're all victims of sexual abuse. What's compassionate is that you take them off the streets and you put them in a place that's safe. That's what's compassionate. Not It's not compassionate to let them live in the streets. No, that's a fucking place that's dangerous. And then it endangers everyone else in the city. And it's not a money problem. The money's there. You just need to put it in the right place. First of all, you need to enforce the law. Nobody can camp outside. And then the second thing is we're gonna have these centers, and you need to follow the law. And to me, the whole problem that I see with all these things in homelessness is that they don't require these people to actually put their part in society. You need, as crazy as you might be, or as much as a drug addict, you need to put the minimum effort to improve your life. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I can't feel bad for you.
But do you think these people actually want to? Because a lot of this families or they live good because the state provides them with.
Well,
let's say-
that's the thing, that to a lot of them, they've achieved the perfect thing. I live by no rules. I live in a state where I don't really have a winter per se, so I could just live in the street. And because the state feels sad for me, they bring me food, they bring me needles, they bring me sanitary equipment, and I can just do this forever. No, you know what's uncomfortable? Getting your life together. That shit's uncomfortable. It takes effort, it takes risk, it's annoying. So, but why the fuck do we all have to do it and they don't? And as much as you can be sick and as much as you need help, you also need to be willing to help yourself, because otherwise then it's an unfair burden to the rest of us.
Right. And the tax money that you're paying here, it's a premium. And it's supposed to be put into, this things to get the city better, to make it livable. Sometimes I feel like my money's going to the wrong places because the streets are not done. There's potholes. There's homeless in the streets. So it's like, but then they put all this millions of dollars into the dumbest shit.
It's the worst. I mean, it's the best example to show how bad a city can manage its funds, be so rich and fuck it up so bad. And yeah, I mean, when they became very relaxed with their laws, more people started moving to San Francisco because they knew they could live there, or to LA, Venice Beach, and they live in the fucking beach. Yeah, you live in paradise. So yeah, to me, it's like, yeah, man, life is hard, and you gotta, you don't see this in Europe. In Europe doesn't have this problem because they don't let people live on the streets. So
And
I think
it's not only happening in San Francisco or Los Angeles. When I went to Miami, I saw a lot more homeless people in the streets. So, I mean, it is an epidemic. It is bad. People.
and I haven't even mentioned, you add to that mix fentanyl. I mean, this is a fucked up situation, man. It's crazy, but yeah, I think you need to use the money to make these centers and have them obey the law. In the past, like I said, these people unfortunately didn't really live much because society wouldn't allow it. Nowadays, you're spending all this money, especially in San Francisco, to pay for to pay for these things for them. The least they could do is want to help themselves a little bit. That's the least you could do. I'm sorry, like
There's some money in all the fucking
trash. Is that
cars.
trash?
No, it feels like a bunch of cars just racing on the street.
Damn.
Damn.
But yeah, anyway, so I wanted to share that with you because yeah, I mean, in your experience, how much do you see this problem in San Francisco? I know you don't go out much, but
But it is there. Like where I live, close to here, there's a lot of people in like in the park. But then in the park they set up the tent and then the park rangers come and kick them out, but they don't kick them out of the corner in front of the park. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
they can't be in the park, but like right in front of it, they can. So, I mean, it's always there. You always see tents there, and then the next day you don't see them, and then a week later they're back there. So,
I mean, like sometimes you feel like it could be unsafe, especially you going with a kid and shit.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I try to go to 7-Eleven and get my fix of sweets, and then there's a bunch of homeless waiting for a buck or two, you know. And it sucks. Like, it sucks for them. It sucks for the community. You know, you don't want to live like that.
Yeah.
In your point of view, like you don't want to live where homeless are, and it sucks for them. Like I think that in a state where there's a lot of opportunity, not only in California but other states give you the opportunity of working and getting your life back together, and people don't want to take advantage of that. They try to go the easy route. Just like when COVID happened, a lot of people stopped working because the state was giving out so much money that what was the point? And I'll be honest, what I was getting from the state unemployment was way more than what I was getting from my salary. So I see it. I'm like, I mean, if I keep getting this shit, I might as well just stay home. But no, I'm a responsible person. I went back to work. I said, fuck the good money. Let me make the shit money. And now I'm in this situation where I'm back to no work.
No work. Yeah. So, I mean, and this relates a little bit to like the victimhood mentality, like people wanting to be victims all the time in all different aspects of life. And I saw a tweet or like a post that was quite interesting, and it said, if you're confused by why victim mentality is so attractive, number one, it provides a permanent alibi for personal failures. Number two, it attracts attention. Number three, it generates sympathy. Number four, it acts as a social currency with like-minded people. And number five, it disguises negative traits and actions as virtues. So it's perfect, right? Because you're the victim, and then you can have people feel sorry for you, and then you get attention, and that's perfect. And this ties again with narcissism. We always talk about it. And I think with this whole homelessness, like that's the root of the problem. And it's a problem that affects not only homeless people, but everyone in society, because I think today narcissism is fucked. But yeah, the entitlement that you can feel like, oh yeah, like I'm entitled to live outside wherever the fuck I want in like San Francisco next to a mansion, and if you take me out of here, you're mean. It's like, bro, like to me that's like such out of reality. And so yeah, that's my 2 cents on the homelessness problem. That's how I think you can fix it. I didn't come up with this. Your boy Michael Schellenberger came up with it, and again, the video you can watch is called Why Progressives Ruin Cities. And as you know, Chef Maurice is going to vote for Trump. So that's where we're at. No, I'm just kidding. Ron DeSantis.
Damn.
Or Robert Jeff.
Ronnie.
RFK. Robert Kennedy Jr.
Sounds about right.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few interesting people. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you about another topic. Completely different. It's completely different. I'm going to blow people's minds. It's completely different. Damn, you have homeless people. Is that the homeless people fighting? As you know, I've been in a weight loss journey in the past months. Yeah, and I'm trying to be healthy, because you know what? I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm not afraid to love myself anymore.
Wow.
And you know what? And I'm not afraid to express it. Okay, I'm a diva. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. So go get that, girl. Go get it.
Go get it, girl.
So I'm in a weight loss journey. Okay, so I go out. I'm doing my little jogging. I go to a near park, and in the park they have like these large steps, and I like to do a little bit of squat action there to get my glutes going.
Wow.
This type of exercise is good because when you get older, you're going to need this strength to not fall and die. Most old people that have a fall, they die within a year because the falls are so fucked. So for all you people that have parents that are getting to that age, start having with them talks about them doing a little bit of strength training. It doesn't have to be a lot of weight, but just going top steps, walking, so that they don't fall. So that they don't fall with a stupid step or something, and a fall, boom, you break your hip, that's it, you're gone. Mama. So I go do this. I go do these steps, right? And I have my headphones and I'm listening to my podcast. You know how it is. I'm not only a podcaster, but I also consume it, because I
Do you
believe
consume
it.
your own podcast?
No, that would be weird.
That's weird, right?
Although I do it sometimes for quality check.
Quality check, right?
Yeah.
So I see my girlfriend. She listens to us a lot, and I can't. I don't like listening to us.
It's weird for you.
It is a little cringy because
Cringy.
maybe I said something that I shouldn't have, and
Yeah.
I'm like, eesh.
I mean, I'm already a little bit numb to it, but pretty much every podcast that I listen to when I'm editing and shit, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna come back to me and fuck me up. Like this is stupid, I'm fucking up my whole life, and leaving it all out there, as an open book. But that's the fucking commitment of the podcast. That's why Chef Maurice quit his job.
I'm here 24/7.
He said, "This podcast is my priority."
Yeah, that's what I said.
So look, so I'm doing my little exercising, and I like to do these steps first, and then I go jogging because the steps is more like strength training. And then in the corner of my eye, like I said, I'm listening to my podcast with my headphones. In the corner of my eye, I see a guy come closer to me, a little younger than me. The guy's coming closer to me, and I'm like, okay. And then he gets close enough where it's like, now you're trying to address me. And then I look at him, he starts talking, so now I have to take off my headphones. So now you're annoying me. And he's like, hey, so are you training? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a little exercise and shit. He's like, all right. And then he points to one place, like, oh, where there's two girls, right? And he's like, oh, because we're going to train today. We train here every week. And it's pretty much a porn video. No, he's like, we train here every week, and do you want to join us, right? So right away, right, because I'm a skeptical guy, I'm always weary of a motherfucker. So I already know, okay, you're gonna sell me some training program, right? And I don't like this trainer vibe. I hate this trainer vibe. You know that vibe? This is why I don't go to gyms. You join a gym, and then a trainer comes and he's like, look, what's up, my big dog? I saw you doing some exercises. I can help you do that shit perfect. You're going to get better results. I can guarantee you. So now you're already telling me, passively aggressively, oh, by the way, you fucking retard that doesn't know how to do exercises, let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how the big dick motherfucker does it.
Now I have a bunch of questions though.
Okay, but chill. Okay. All right, my bad. Go.
You're training. You see this dude coming to you. The first thing I think about is is he buff? Is he papiado, as we say it in Spanish?
He's not buffed,
Okay.
but he's fit.
Okay.
Like decently fit, nothing crazy, just skinny. I mean, he's skinny and maybe a little bit of tone, but nothing crazy.
What about the girls?
They were a little far away. I couldn't see them. I only have eyes for my
Okay.
women.
Okay. Go on. I want to keep hearing this. So
Okay. So he says,
Paint a picture to me.
so, as you get older, you start giving less a fuck about people, and you start like being less nice and like less diplomatic about shit. So when he tells you want to train with us, I'm like, he's already coming with his energy, like, oh yeah, like I got you, like come through, like, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not interested. And then, but to be nice, right? To be nice, I'm like, oh no, I'm not interested, thanks. But what do you guys do? Where are you located? Like, what is it that you are? So that maybe I can follow up later, like just to be nice, because you already came to me. I told you no. Now you have to go back to the girls, like, oh.
This motherfucker say he'll call me later.
Yeah. And when I ask him, oh, where you guys located? He's like, oh, if you want, just give me your number, he says. And right away I said, like, oh, no, I would prefer
What?
not to.
What?
He says, oh, so let me just get your number.
What?
And I'm like, right away, without a blink, I was like, oh, no, I would prefer not to. but where are you located? And then, so he was like kind of,
Hesitant?
no, he was like, oh shit, he wasn't expecting it, right? And for a bit, the the situation was a little tense because it did feel like I caught him off, like, hey, chill. But in my mind, I'm like, you're coming to fucking intervene my energy. You're fucking up my shit. So fuck you. And also, if you're a trainer, if you like do training for people, buy Xanax and take 40 Xanax pills. And you're gonna go sleepy, sleepy, snoozy, snoozy, out of this fucking world. Okay? And by the way, don't fucking come at me telling me, oh, let me show you how to do this shit. I don't give a fuck. I wanna do it wrong. I wanna do the exercise wrong. I don't give a fuck. So, now that I have this, you have questions, but also let me know, am I wrong? Because I might need to go to therapy.
I think you were right the whole way. Since you saw that motherfucker approaching, you were on your right state by being like, no, motherfucker, get the fuck away from me. Now, did you guys end up, being friends?
Yeah, we went out later that night and I fucked him.
Did he give you his phone number?
No,
are you guys gonna meet next week?
He kind of said, oh yeah, we're like out here. I'm like, all right, get the fuck out of here, peace. No, I don't give a fuck. I want to do my thing by myself. But you know what's weird? After that, I was still around the area, and I still needed to do a bit more exercise in that area before moving. But I didn't want to do exercise around this motherfucker. Because I was like,
judge you.
Yeah, he was gonna judge me. He's like, oh, you see, he did. Like, I felt him talk. Maybe this is all in my head, but I felt him talking to the girls like, oh, you see what he's doing? Totally wrong. I could have helped him. I could have helped.
He was pointing.
Yeah,
it's like that motherfucker.
He'll never lose the weight.
Don't do that shit, girls.
Don't be like him. He'll be dead at 45.
It's crazy how people.
So what up? So quickly. I just wanna say, this guy, this trainer, I hope he gets an STD. Sorry, go on.
Wow, I was not expecting that. It's funny to see that there's people that are so different than us. How they're not in my right mind. I would approach anyone at a park, at a public place, and ask them, do you want to train together or whatever the fuck he said to you. It's
yeah, but even worse, it's the assumption that, oh, you're doing this not as good as me, so let me show you how it is. And I have a cousin that did some training for training, right? Like he learned shit to be a trainer, and he was trying to get jobs at gyms. And like part of the whole thing is like you are being a little hoodwinker, where you're out there like selling this shit and telling people like, hey, by the way, I saw you doing this, but if I show you how to do it, you're gonna get even buffer and gonna look cute as fuck. And it's like you're low key, and not even low key. You're low key insulting me. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck how you doing.
I wouldn't have the balls to approach anyone to tell them that you're doing,
because you have to have the audacity.
The audacity
to fucking do that. That's crazy. So anyways, I just wanted to rant a little about this motherfucker that approached me, wanting to train me. Ain't nobody can tame this beast. Wow. Hashtag beast mode. By the way, quickly here. Now that I'm in a rant.
Go.
This is gonna be low for me. Like complaining about this at this age, I shouldn't be, but I just see it so much. Random ass people's videos of them doing exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So cringy.
When
hashtag beast mode. Hashtag no days off.
Now, what would you rather see? Girls uploading these videos or boys or guys uploading this shit?
I mean, the one with girls is a little less worst because
still
but they're all cringy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
to me,
the guy one is super
it's
loser. I'm
fucking.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
weird.
If
That's
you listen to
weird.
this podcast and you do that, you're cool. By the way, you're no, you're not cool. You're not cool.
Just
But it's
imagine
the rest that don't listen to the podcast. They're
those are fucked up.
fucking losers.
Just having the thought of, oh shit, I'm lifting weights. Let me put my camera like right here that it's looking at me, and it's just like lifting the
And
shake
obviously
weight.
that comes accompanied by the classic logos, right? The classic slogans. No pain, no gain.
I fall down 7 times and get up 8, something like that.
Yeah. I'm up at 4 a.m. You know, it's muscles and money for me and pussy.
Yeah, when I was thinking about leaving my job and doing some day trading, I looked up where to do the day trading, and I found a bunch of douchebags who are like, if you wake up at 9 a.m., you already lost your day there. You have to wake up at 3:30 and
I saw one
run 7
meme
miles.
video of a girl that was pretty funny, making fun of, like making a mockery of how these guys talk. And it was like, dude, let's say you're going to a restaurant, right? And you're like, oh, let me order some food, right? Yeah, but that's not the mentality you gotta have. If you go into a restaurant, you gotta think, how can I buy this restaurant? You gotta think further. And at the end of the day, those guys like Gary Vee and shit. I mean, Gary Vee is pretty cool, but I still put him in the category of like talking a lot of shit that's vague and abstract, but that doesn't really like. You guys gotta wake up, and content is king, and you gotta continue to process it in a way where you contextualize all of the feelings and put them together in one way. And if you keep pushing, how old are you? You're 57. You're still young, buddy. You're still young. You got high blood pressure and diabetes. You're good. You don't got insurance.
Mentality.
Fuck. You gotta go get it. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like a lion, and the rest of the people are hyenas. That's very like Miami insurance seller, right?
Yeah. That's
Or car salesman. Car salesman.
Oh, what are you driving? A Toyota Corolla? Fuck you.
Ah, man. No, well, I mean, whenever you get the money, you can come here and drive a real pussy wetter. What? Why do you talk like that, John? Bro, that's how we talk here. This is Kendall Toyota.
Imagine you never come out of that personality, and then you just go home to your family, to your parents, and just talk to them like that. Hey, the fuck are you doing? Ma.
Hey, Ma, go to the store. What?
Go make me a sandwich.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, there's a really funny movie. I think it's called "Get Me the Goods" or "Get the Goods" with Will Ferrell and all of that crew about car salesmen. Paul Rudd is in it. Yeah, it's super funny. Go watch it. That's a gem. Back when they did comedies that weren't woke.
That people weren't.
By the way,
bitching about.
Oppenheimer, fire.
Fuego?
I don't know if I told you about the story. I was going to watch Oppenheimer the day that it came out, the same day Barbie's coming out. So you had a lot of girls dressed in pink. And I had not known about this trend. I didn't even know like that was a thing. So when I was in the theater, it was actually pretty cool to see because I was like, oh shit, why are they? I mean, right away you notice pink is for Barbie. But when you see so many people, I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even know this was a thing. But anyways, there was a big line for the popcorn, which normally there isn't a line, but today is when I went. It was opening day for Oppenheimer and Barbie. So a long line for popcorn. And I'm a fucking quick guy. I already got shit in my head. I've been looking at the menu for the whole time. I already know what I'm going to get. Hey, let me get combo 3, Coke, salty popcorns. Thank you. Bro, some people are fucking dumb. And the group that I had right in front of me, I think they were like a Venezuelan group, which I'm Venezuelan, I'm cool with them. But these ones were fucking stupid as fuck. They were all dressed in pink. It was like a mom, a daughter, and a grandma. And they were so confused by what was offered, which was just popcorn and soda. It wasn't even one of these theaters that you can get like the chicken nuggets or like the chocolate bars and or like the gummies. No, no, no. This place only sells popcorn and soda. That's it. They were like, "Oh, so wait, so this is a corn that pops, right? Okay, okay." And then you put them in a okay, all right. And then the sodas, what is that? Is that like a thing that has, bro? It was so bad that when those fucking dumbass people finished doing that, the lady that was, well, there was a girl, right? It was a young girl in movie theaters. You got youngins. The way she looked at me when I went with a split second combo 3 Coke salty popcorn, she's like, "Oh my god, thank you." She literally said that. She's like, "Wow, how simple." She said,
Maybe when she heard your accent, maybe she's like, oh fuck.
"No, no, no." She knew I was good peeps because she knew I was effective. I was a
Yeah, but
sniper.
she's like, is he gonna make a bunch of questions about combo number?
No questions. I already
54?
know it. I already know what's good. I tell her, Papa, it was so fast that when she gave me everything and I paid, and you know how I pay? I already got the card. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, I don't need a receipt. All good, great. All good. I grab my shit. She's like, oh my God. She thanked me. She's like, oh, thank you for being so. And I'm like, all I did was what you should be doing, the default option, which is ordering quick and that's it. You know, people that are like in a fast food restaurant or whatever, and when they get to the line and it's their turn, that's when they start looking at the menu. Bro, you need to have that shit figured out right away before you even get there. And if you don't, get the fuck out the line.
When I go to
I'm getting angry
In-N-Out,
today.
Yeah, are you okay?
I don't know.
You
I'm
good?
getting angry.
Do you want a little massage?
I'm a little stressed out.
When I go to In-N-Out, I already know what to order. Like, I don't fuck around. You know, the first time I went to In-N-Out, it was a little bit more, it was faster than these people, but it was like, I needed to look at the menu. But I'm like, I want a burger. They have 4 options, double. That's all I need. Then they ask you, like, do you want onions? Do you want tomatoes? And
Do you get, quick question to see how manly you are. When you get an In-N-Out burger, for example,
no, I get a vegan one with the lettuce. I'm fucking with you.
when they say, oh, you want onions, tomato, do you get it with everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
about to say you a
'cause-
bitch, but no.
No, because
I don't
when
trust
they-
a man that doesn't like onions.
Okay, I'm with you there. That's weird.
Am I right?
That's weird.
I don't know.
You're right.
But
Yeah,
no, maybe
you're
I'm
right.
I mean, maybe people don't agree with me, but that's how I feel inside. If you don't drink alcohol or eat onions, then I don't trust you. Why are you hiding, you motherfucker? And don't get
Do
me
you
wrong,
know
you don't have to be an
onions-
alcoholic, you know.
You know that onions are a sweet vegetable. There's a lot of sugar in onions.
Isn't it
People
crazy?
just don't know that.
Right, but like onions don't have that many calories. And they're actually healthy for you. But it is crazy that after you cook it, then it releases, right, these things that make it sweet and it releases the sugar. And then that caramelized onion now has a higher sugar consumption when you eat it. So isn't it crazy? The same food, but just in a different state of cooking, gives you different calories and different contents of sugar. So this is for the smart people out there that read. Sometimes we have the real content, the real like information. I mean, you as a cook, do you know this?
Yeah, I knew. I just didn't know it was different calories.
I mean, I am sounding very confident on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like if you caramelize it, it releases certain things that now make it sweet.
Sweeter. Yep. What was it saying? In-N-Out, onions, tomatoes,
Everything.
the whole deal. Yeah. Make it animal style.
I go to here, I don't have In-N-Out, but I have Five Guys, and I love it.
Okay.
And when I go, I'm like, all the way, and then also the other things that you don't have on all the way, because all the way is what you tell them when you want them to put everything on it. But
Even
then
in Spanish?
yeah, in Spanish too.
Oh,
Here,
shit.
I mean, contrary to popular belief, here people have adapted to the
Okay.
English language. So, but there's also other toppings like jalapenos and steak sauce that aren't part of the old way. But here, I feel like they make it a little hard, like they hide it. And when I tell them, okay, I want all the way, but then I want everything else, she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know what I mean, bitch. So she wants me to tell her individually, jalapeno, steak sauce. I'm like, bitch, I said everything. Everything you got over there. And then I look back there, I'm like, hey, Juancho, because I recognize the guy. He's Juancho. Everything you got there, my man. Everything you got there. You got a little a little baggie with white powder that you brought from your home country. Put a little bit there.
Is that Juan Camilo?
That's Juan Camilo. You call him Juancho. That's my boy. Bro, when you go to Five Guys, do you get the fries with the Cajun seasoning?
I haven't been to Five Guys in forever.
You a bitch.
I am a bitch.
Whenever you go back to it, get the fries with the Cajun seasoning. It's like the spicy seasoning is fire. It's like seasoned fries.
Now, fries, you need salt, right?
Right?
Okay. No. I just wanted to make sure because, for example, In-N-Out don't put salt.
At all?
In-N-Out fries are the worst fucking fries.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It is.
I think
it sucks.
Fries, salt and pepper, and I love pepper. Salt and pepper, and if you put it right after being fried, when it sticks to it, fries are hard to make. Little tip here, I know that Chef Maurice could elaborate a bit more. You cut the potatoes, and then you soak them in water for an hour, and then you take them off the water, you throw away the water. That releases a lot of the
starch.
the starch that's in the potato, and makes it crispier because it has less water when you fry it. Another tip for people out there that are like starting to live alone and cook for themselves and shit.
It just depends how much time you have.
What do you mean?
If you're hungry as fuck, you don't wash them in the water, and
but
it'll become the soggy.
It would be
piece of
shitty
shit.
fries.
Yeah, but
How do you do it?
sometimes
Is it like an hour or you do it longer?
I try not to do French fries at home.
Oh, okay.
No, but
Because it's processed or fried or...
No, it just takes a long time, and sometimes I just want to eat now. But I used to work at a place where one of the side dishes was French fries, and I think it was the best fries I ever had. And we soaked them in water, running water, overnight.
But even better.
All that shit would come out, and then they would fry and be crispy as fuck.
Right away.
Fried.
That's amazing.
Double fried.
And this is the thing, right? You that work in the kitchen, not right now because you're unemployed, it's a lot harder to do good fries in your home than in a kitchen, because when you have a large industrial fryer, that's the real experience. You need the whole oil around it to fucking fry it. When you do it in a pan at your house, it's just not the same thing. They don't come out the same. Everything.
And you don't want to make the kitchen dirty.
Everything smells like it's just
like fucking. It smells like McDonald's at home.
And I mean, and you kind of want that reused oil that's filled with carcinogens.
Right.
From the restaurant, that has the same oil that's been used for 3 months and 4 weeks, which will be 5 months if you think about it. So, for people out there, know that we have this forever chemicals in our blood from the Teflon people. I think it's this company that fucked up all of the rivers in the U.S., and we have this processed food and carcinogens and everything that we fry, the oil. So we probably won't live to see what, Elon Musk is going to do in Mars and shit.
Damn.
That's fucked.
Damn.
Is it a little depressive?
It is.
Shit.
I'm a little
my bad.
sad
I didn't
right
even
now.
want to kill the vibe like that. I'm just...
Damn. I was thinking about fries, but it fucked me up, dog.
Yeah, to be honest, I need to work on changing the vibe like that, because we were on a good topic. Let's go back to fries. What are the best fries for you?
I think you do have to say Mickey D's, right?
Yeah, it is annoying and it's cliche, but they do have... I mean, I'll be honest with you. My favorite fries are actually Five Guys Cajun fries, but in trying to be a little bit more worldwide, what's available worldwide, if we look at the main chains, Mickey D's, McDonald's, it's got amazing fries. If you get them right, where they were just made, and you know what they do? They put a lot of salt on that bitch.
Yeah.
That salt shaker.
At In-N-Out, they give you the little salt packages. And it doesn't make sense because, like you said, if they're not coming out of the fryer and you put it on, it doesn't stick to it. So you
won't
just
stick.
put in salt, and it's just like filling the bag with salt and not the fries. I do like the salt pepper mix.
It's a struggle. It's a middle low class struggling life. That's what it is. Like days off. The boss is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Your colleague is doing cocaine in the bathroom.
Is that a real thing?
Is that a what?
Is that a real thing
I mean
that happens?
that happens in the world.
Now, you work in the corporate world.
Right.
You work in the corporate world in Europe, which is a different one. Do you know of your colleagues going to the restroom in the office and just doing a little bump up,
A little tokoruni,
takaruni?
a little ching ching.
You don't
I
have
mean,
to say.
I
you
don't
have to
I
say-
don't know of situations like that, but I'm sure that there's some crazy fucks out there. You know what I mean?
So you think Marta is having a tough day at home? She just got to work.
Marta takes painkillers,
Yeah. Okay.
and then in the afternoon,
When
she brings out the Bolivian gold to
do
wake
you
her up.
think on a fucking Tuesday she's doing bumps around 4:30 right before she goes home, and she's like, "Girls, let's go for some tapa."
Girls, let's go take a shit. And they go out, and they go out, do tapas, do beers, and do little bumperooskies.
I heard a statement that more people than what you think are doing coke, and that fucked me up because now every time I have an interview or every time I'm at work, I look at people, I'm like, this motherfucker's high as
A lot of
shit.
people do coke, and I think coke is cool. I mean, coke is. I don't
You
like
see,
it.
we have different opinions in this podcast.
I don't like it myself. It's not my type of drug. I'm more of a chill guy. I'm more of like, hey, bro, let's chill. You feel me? But I mean, if people want to do it, it's cool. Another thing is, as I'm trying to lose weight, I want to improve my blood pressure. Whenever I go to a hospital, and you have a high blood pressure, the first thing they ask you is like, do you do cocaine? Like cocaine is the type of shit that happens, and then you have a cardiac arrest and you die. So I'm very not cool with cocaine for me. For me,
Right.
Now
But you
for
know
every-
that you can lose a lot of weight by doing.
Yeah, and I can also lose my salary because that shit fire.
Do you think your boss?
My boss definitely does some type of drug.
Okay.
I think everyone is on some drug, even alcohol. Even your own demon thoughts. Do you ever have sometimes like demon thoughts? Do you think you have demons in your head?
We all do.
Right?
We all do.
I think we should normalize having
Demons.
Yeah, because I deal with demons on a daily basis. And
Okay.
and it's crazy to say this because I'm not religious. And I'm not trying to like offend anybody or belittle anybody's belief, but like I don't believe in God, right? And that's cool. I mean, that's cool for me. Like, and I respect that you believe in your thing, and I don't even think of it like, oh, you're dumb, you believe in some shit in the sky. No, like I respect it totally. So I don't believe in God, but I still call it demons. These little demons in my head that are like making you doubt shit, making you see things in a different way, making you scared, making you less confident at things. And it's those demons that we need to fight continuously on our life. Am I crazy, or are those demons out there?
I think you're crazy. It's there.
It's there,
It's
right?
there. Yeah. You always have the doubts. You don't want to, but you have them. It sucks. Even more so in like a kitchen. I feel like in a kitchen you have all those fucking demons all the time that push you to do the perico room stuff.
Perico room is sometimes scary, but if you do it right, it can bring. If you do it
It
right,
can be
like
fun.
like a ayahuasca retreat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not gonna continuously do this, but just like a weekend, Punta Cana, half a kilo of the whitey, and some Presidente beers.
Okay. Okay.
All I'm saying, I'm not saying that's for me. I'm saying we can plan this shit, and next year, when your kid is a little older, we can ride out. Coconut water with whiskey
Ooh.
and bumpaloonies of the shiny shit,
The
that
shiny
fish scale,
shit. Damn.
that tootsie shit, that pink shit, that fucking Inter de Miami pink shirt, pink shit.
Have you heard about the NPCs? NPCs?
Well, I know of NPCs because of video games. They're like characters in a video game. Is this something now they're doing in real life?
Well, you know that we're in TikTok now, right?
Right, of course.
We
TikTok
have
and every platform.
the Broski-Doodles. We're there. And sometimes when we post little videos, I hang out and I see stuff. TikTok is starting to become a dark place.
It's weird, huh?
It is a fucking weird
What's
place.
happening? What are they doing?
So the NPCs, the non-playable characters, as they call them, it seems to be a big deal now. As you said, you see them in the Halo. There's this girl called Pinky Doll. So she's from Montreal, Canada. She speaks the English and the French, so she's knowledgeable. And she does this thing that she's doing. I don't want to recreate it because it's dumb as fuck, and I don't know how to do
Recreate it.
No. But this girl is. She started doing this, and she had a couple views and viewers, because in TikTok you can do live videos as well. And then she says that she would get $5,000 a month from these people who would send her money, and then she would do special shit. Maybe we can ask the producer to put like a little picture.
A little picture, okay. Because
Not the video, but a little picture.
What this is, from what I can imagine, is like they're being filmed and they're acting like an NPC, which is one of these characters from a video game where you go and you click on them and they're like, to the corner you'll find a store, and then you click on them again and it's like, to the corner you'll find a store, and it's like you're like a little character in a video game that has like this scripted actions and you move like a thing. And like I was saying in the last episode when we were talking about the Sound of Freedom and how Twitch has all these creepy ass channels, this is another thing that to me, even though some people might say like, hey bro, everybody has different interests, everybody has different niches, this shit is weird. It's borderline. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You want to see some like girl do some NPC shit? That's some like power play in your mind that to me, that's fucked. I don't support it. And
I think the thing is that I feel that this is becoming sexual. I think that gamers are a very niche, weird people, and they find attractiveness in some of the characters.
I'm a gamer myself.
I know, and you're weird as fuck too.
But I'm the one that's less autistic.
Okay, you can put it like that. I like that way.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't have the weirdness, but a lot less than some. So
this girl, Pinky Doll, she does this NPC shit on live videos now. She made money. She said that she made $5,000 a month before, which is a good salary. Now she's making $7,000 a day. A fucking day, bro. By doing this, moving hands, doing the fucking weird shit where she dresses very provocative.
Do you think there's like an underground business where, yeah, they get the 7,000 a day from that, but then some guy's like, hey, it's like some big business guy, like, I'm gonna pay you 50,000.
Well, it goes back to
do fuckaroonies.
Did you hear about the people in I think in Qatar where they would get this Instagram models to come in and like shit on them, on their chest, and do weird, nasty shit?
I mean, I'm down for that. That's not that weird. Are you down for the shitting of the chest?
I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna pass. But it is. I mean, okay. I just put a video of the girl, and
It's weird.
this is fucking weird. It is fucking weird. And listen, she's making the money. She's bringing the bread home. You can't blame her.
You can't blame her. I mean, she's doing her thing. We can hate the player, but you can't hate the game.
You can't hate the game.
No, the other way around, I think. No, it's like that.
No, I think we're right. I think we're right.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, all the power to her. At the end of the day, there's other dumber people that pay for her and find this amusing. So
But there has to be some sexualization to this.
Of course
she
it
dresses
is.
provocatively.
all
and
of this
she
is
says,
sexual, weird, creepy, eerie shit from weird ass motherfuckers. Sound of freedom. Buy a shotgun. Vote for Trump. What else? Build a wall. Close the borders. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
One of this. Are they creators? Are these girls who do this shit? Are they?
Yeah, they're
Considered creators?
They're content creators, of course.
Damn. Do you find this? Like when you play Halo, I mean, I've never played Halo, so I don't know. But when you play any of these
Loser.
games, and one of the characters is like dressed very, do you get a little
Well,
aroused?
the first Halo that came out 20 years ago, or even actually more than 20 years ago, there was a character called Cortana, who was like a digital person that would guide Master Chief, who's the main guy. And she looked hot as fuck on the first one. She had like a nice set of boobies, a nice little ass. You could tell she was maybe like Puerto Rican. But then, as time has gone on and wokeism has woken, now she looks like fucking the lady from Juno that became a guy. Elliot Page. So pretty much they've taken it all off. And I'm not saying be sexual with everything. No, but a video game, Lara Croft, back in the day, the video game, nice body. Now they have to make it all non. So that part I don't like. But the
How many?
weird.
20 years ago, when Halo came out, you were what, 14, 15 ish?
Yeah.
How many solo nights did you have where Cortana was your main focus?
When a man loves a woman. Yeah, I mean, me and Cortana had our nights.
Okay.
Me and Cortana had our digital encounters.
You know what reminds me that of? You remember Space Jam?
Right?
Lola Bunny.
The bunny. Well, they did the same with the newer movie. They took out her sexiness.
She was showing her little tail in the first.
It was pretty sexual. I mean, we're being hypocrites because we were saying before. No, we're not, because what we saw before about the NPC, that's some weird eerie shit. This is just straight up sexualization, but like straight front. Like no hidden, no ASMR, no weird shit. You remember like the Impossibles? No, the cartoon movie of a family that's superhero, the Unbreakables, the
Impossibles, right? Yeah.
The Impossibles?
Yeah.
Right. The mom.
Impossible.
She had an ass on her. Look, from the first movie. The Impossibles mom. But
The Impossibles.
oh, was it called the Impossibles or the
Oh fuck! Now I don't remember.
or the Unlikables or the Unbreakables or the Unfuckables?
Do you remember the name?
Just put like Pixar movie about superhero family.
Superhero family. Disney. Pixar.
The Untouchables.
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles. All right, now look, The Incredibles mom, but
Yeah, I mean, she was wearing some tight leather shit.
Yeah, she was on some fire shit. So all I'm saying is, it was fire back in the day, and then he got whacked. So yeah. So that's that. That's how we fix the issues. We talked about homelessness. We talked about So many things. It's a long
we do.
episode. Long episode.
Yeah,
But that's how you fix all these problems. Direct connection, Madrid, San Francisco. Hopefully you can fix the homelessness problem. Otherwise, you're gonna have to move before they get to you. And yeah, keep it real. Keep it San Fran. Keep it cute. We hope that Chef Maurice gets a job soon. But otherwise, we're doing great. He has more time for the podcast until his savings run out. So, big hug to everybody. We're on all platforms. TikTok. I know you guys like the little clippos. We have a lot of them there. Keep it real. Keep it gangster.